Yeah, so my understanding initially was that it was a $700 million contract, but it was pretty early revealed that that $700 million was going to be structured in a sort of an unusual way. You would get $2 million a year in cash payments for the next 10 years, but the remaining $68 million a year would not be paid until 2034 over a 10-year period from 2034 to 2043. So the bulk of the payments, 68 million out of 70 million per year, is actually deferred very substantially into the future. California has currently a top marginal rate of 13.3%, set to bump up to 14.4% because of a change in the law not too long ago, starting in 2024. So, that's a pretty substantial chunk of the income of California residents, including the professional athletes for the Dodgers or Giants or whoever in California. And his 70 million would be, already taxed at the federal level. And if there's an additional 14.4% tax on top of that, that's a pretty hefty chunk that goes to taxation. Now, in his case, since he structured it in the manner that he did, where he's deferring a substantial portion of the income to the future, there's a federal statute that kicks in that prohibits California from imposing an income tax on amounts that a former resident receives in the form of retirement income. So that the 68 million per year that he's pushing into the years 2034 onward, if that's retirement income within the meaning of this federal statute, then California would not be able to tax it, provided that he's no longer a resident of California at that time. Let's assume, for example, that he moves to Nevada or Texas or Florida, a state without a state income tax. If he's in one of those states and the amounts that he's receiving in those years, even though they are amounts that he earned as a Dodger when he was playing in Los Angeles, those amounts would not be subject to tax in California. My understanding is that they have specifically crafted it so as to ensure that the payments are going to be made in substantially equal amounts over a 10-year period starting in 2034. And that really sounds like it's very specifically directed to plan into the federal statute that precludes California from imposing an income tax. So even though we haven't seen the actual contract language, from the reports that we have, it sounds very much like they're trying to plan into this federal statute and take advantage of the federal statute to prevent California from reaching that income starting in 2034.